Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. This is your instructor, James Shelton, coming to you. This is Bible 202, Jesus, the Focus of Scripture. This course comes on the back of Bible 103, the Drama of Scripture. In that class, and maybe some of you haven't had that class, but in that class, we focus on the six acts of Scripture, of the drama of Scripture, and Jesus is indeed the fourth of those six acts. But truly and fully, he is the focus of the entire Bible. And I want to welcome you to the course. My name is James Shelton. Uh, I'm a class of 2002. Though it was Atlanta Christian College at the time, and we were Chargers, but I am proud to now be a graduate of Point University and a Skyhawk along with you. I have been teaching online courses here at Point since 2011, and it is my joy to be with you. This is one of the joys of my life, being able to serve at my alma mater. And I'm glad you're along for the ride. I've shared my screen. We're looking at the course page here. This is going to be an overview of the course, just not a complete overview, but just kind of getting you into it. And maybe this is one of your first courses. And so when you come in, we have the quick access buttons here on the home page. This is in Canvas. You can start here. There are buttons for academic support if you don't have your books yet. We've got a button for the library and for certain academic policies. You can look up some stuff about me. But where I tell the students to go is two places: to the syllabus and then to the learning modules. Make sure you have read the syllabus, and if you have any questions, please point those my way. But then we want to go into the learning modules. Now, I'm going to take a shortcut over here. You can get to the learning modules here, quick access, but you can also access them here on the left-hand side menu that is on your screen. There's some stuff, and there's some useful stuff that I'm going to be going through in another video this week, carrying on how to approach the discussion forums, also your journal entries, your summaries and response paper instructions, and the big parable recreation at the end of the course. Now, I do want to say a word about one of our textbooks for this course. We have two textbooks, and of course, the Bible. But we have two textbooks. We have Stein's Jesus the Messiah, and we have Philip Yancey's The Jesus I Never Knew. Now, over the last couple of months, uh, some distressing news has come out regarding Philip Yancey. Um, he has admitted to marital infidelity. He has ceased from all ministry activities to retreat with his wife to save his marriage and repair the damage that has been done. And I spoke with the course writer for this course, and she was a classmate of mine. We were both students at Point at the same time, back in the Stone Ages, the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. And it's Dr. Holly Carey. And I spoke with her, and we decided that the pros of this book outweigh the cons, but we don't want to ignore the issue here. Okay, um, we think that the fruit of the book can be separated from the man. There is much fruit in the Jesus I Never Knew. It was a groundbreaking read for me as a student. I am sure that Dr. Carey would say the same. Um, and it has been a useful read and helpful read, challenging read, not in difficulty. Philip Yancey writes beautiful prose. He really does write well. But um, we did want to say that we're aware of the problematic source, but uh, we believe that the fruit of the book can be separated from the man. And um, Uh, I'm pretty sure none of you have stopped reading the Psalms, um, even though one of the writers or composers of many of the Psalms was a man um, who committed murder or authorized murder and then took another man's wife for his own. You know, we're talking about David. I doubt very seriously that you have stopped reading First and Second Peter, even though we both know, we all know that Peter denied even knowing Jesus 3 times the night before his crucifixion. And yes, these two individuals were repentant, and God did indeed forgive them. I can see the same course for Philip Yancey. So if you have any questions about that, please message me, email me, let me know. But we did want to state that up front. We are perhaps looking for another book going forward, uh, perhaps next year for this course. But that hopefully you won't be taking this course again, so that will not be an issue. All right, so I did just wanted to get that commercial out there for you, and I'll actually put this in the announcements as well for others who don't watch this video. All right, this is getting started week, and so this week you can take a look at the course overview. You can take a look at the information about me, uh, and you have your own introduce yourself forum. Um, I am a stickler for word counts. I Your grade drops a letter if your posts are not at least the minimum requirement for each of these forums throughout the course. So this one, we want you to take a moment to introduce yourself, give a brief bio, tell us who you are, where you're at, your educational background, your current career, any other interest. You can attach a photo, or you can even put a YouTube video there. But your initial response should be 100 to 200 words. Okay. And those should be in no later than day 5, which is Friday. Now, for this week, that's day 3 because the course starts on Wednesday. But I'm going to waive that just as long as you get your initial response in by Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 15th, and be sure to respond to at least 2 classmates, and your discussion should be around 50 words each. We don't want you to just be saying, "Hey, that's cool," yeah, or "Oh, roll tide," or "Go Jackets," or whatever. We want you to be, and because these discussion forums are our main way of getting to know one another and engage one another over the material. So be sure that your word counts are in line, and you're going to be okay. Now, I do want to say a word about my late policy, and this involves your discussion forums, but on the written assignments for the course that are due on the Sunday of each week, with the exception of your parable recreation, and I will say more about that in a future video. But on the other written assignments, not your forum posts, but on the other big written assignments, your summary of Luke, your Jesus, your paper on Jesus, the Jesus I Never Knew, the Yancey book, and there are others, your journal entries. Okay, all of these, all right. I'm happy to give you a day of grace um, on those. So if they're due on Sunday, then I will happily accept them on Monday. But after that, they drop precipitously once we get there. If you run into issues in life, if life gets turned upside down, if you just get too busy with everything that I know is going on in your lives, because it is going on in mine, the worst thing you can do is disappear or unfriend me in this class, if you will. Please stay in touch with me, and I am more than happy to work with you. Okay. Now, the only difference here are the discussion forums for each week. The discussion forums are our replacement for classroom dialogue with each other and discussion. Whereas we would be on a subject, and then maybe I would ask a question and then invite you guys to engage one another, perhaps even break off into little teams and do it. This is really our only way to dialogue with each other and learn about each other and learn where each other is coming from. So these discussion forums, your original responses need to be in by the Friday of each week, which is day 5. And of course, your responses to classmates should be in by day 7, which is the end of each week, Sunday. Now, the only week that this, obviously week 7, I have to have everything turned in by that Sunday night by the time the class ends. Otherwise, I cannot accept it. But each week, if you do not have uh, your original response, your initial response to the forum in by the Friday, it will not receive any credit. It will be given a 0. That's how serious we are about getting you to engage with these uh, discussion forums, and then allow your classmates time to respond over the weekend. So I'm going to give grace for Introduce Yourself week, for Getting Started week, and for week 1. But starting week 2, they're going to be 0. But you can respond to other classmates and receive the other credit for each of these. All right, you'll see how it all rolls out. But I just want to go ahead and let you know about my late policy. Remember, my late policy on the written assignments, not discussion forums, but on the written assignments, is you get a day of grace each week, and that will continue throughout the course, with the exception of week 7. All right, the final week. You'll get a day of grace, and then your grade starts to do this. Okay, um, and that's my late policy. Do not expect other instructors or professors to follow that late policy. They'll have their own. School gives us that freedom. So that's what we're going to be doing in this course. Now, this is a course about Jesus. He is the focus of Scripture. If you have any questions at all about textbooks, assignments, or anything, remember, I'm going to come back in another video, probably by Thursday. I'm going to come back in another video and start unpacking these assignments. And I look forward to our time together. Know that every day of every week, I am praying for you, and just praying that you will find that life balance between family, school, work, play, all of that stuff. And because we don't want you to just be cramming information into your head. We really want these classes to be forming your spirit as well. Okay? So God bless you. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be a part of your journey here at Point. And I'll see you next time. Bye.